Today we are going to see a temple which is extremely ancient, at the same time has a historical significance which is closely associated with the Chola dynasty. Just a couple of years after Rajaraja I had built the Thanjai Kovil or Brihadishwarar Kovil in Thanjavur, his son Rajendra I became the Chola ruler. Rajendra ruled jointly alongside his father until his father's death in 1016 AD. Having served as a general under his father, Rajendra was a great accomplished warrior who led several successful military expeditions. He had his army march northwards all the way to the Ganges to bring home pots of holy water from the river Ganges, defeating enemy army after enemy army all along the way. His men returned victorious, earning Rajendra the title GaṅgaikoNḍa Chōڵapuram, meaning the Chola who conquered the Ganges. Rajendra established his new capital, which was just 70 kilometers from Thanjavur, and her royal temple was built at the same name as well. The temple is commonly known as Brihadishwara temple now. Rajendra also built a lake in the town called as Chola Kindgom to mark his victorious expedition. It was fed by Kaveri water, and some water from the Ganges was also poured into this well. Today people call it as Ponneri Lake. The Brihadishwara temple of Gangaikonda Cholapuram is built in very similar lines as of the Thanjavur Kovil. The entrance to the complex is through a gateway on the east, whose gobra has long since collapsed. Inside, just like Thanjavur, a spectacular Vimana rises into the sky, visible for miles around the town. The most striking difference between the Vimanas of Gangaikonda Cholapuram and Thanjavur is that one has a concave slope. It is about 9 meters shorter because of its delicate appearance and gentle curve. The Vimana sits above the Garbhagriha or the inner sanctum, which is accessed through the beautiful pillared mandapa or the hall. There are 3 entrances to this mandapa, one on the front, 2 on either sides, and they are all well guarded by a pair of enormous Dwarapalakars or guardian deities. The walls flanking the side entrance are decorated with elaborate carvings depicting episodes from Shivite mythology. Especially stunning is the sequence of panels telling the story of Saint Chandikeshwara, who is worshipped along with Lord Shiva in this region. For a long time, it wasn't uncommon for transactions in the temple to be carried out in Chandikeshwara's name. A separate shrine dedicated to him stands right next to the Vimana. Some of the great features of this temple: the Brihadishwara temple over here is built on a elevated structure with the courtyard measuring 560 feet by 320 feet. The sanctum or the Garbhagriha is 100 square feet. It is believed that inside the Sri Kovil sanctum, a special stone called Chandrakanta is laid in order to keep the sanctum extremely cool even during summers and warm during a winter. The preceding deity is in the form of a Shivlinga, an iconic representation of Lord Shiva, which is a 4 meter or a 13 feet tall and largest for any Shiva temple. The Garbhagriha, the main shrine, is surrounded by 5 other shrines and a lined well, which is believed to have been added in the 19th century. The consort of Lord Shiva, which is Periyanayaki Amman or Goddess Parvati, she has a shrine which is south facing, and she measures around 9.5 feet tall in this temple. The Nandi or the bull is a great additional feature in Shiva temples. It is about 200 meters away from the sanctum over here. It faces the main shrine and is made of stucco and fallen stones. There are other deities such as Durga, Nataraja, Vishnu around the wall. The niche image of Lord Shiva garlanding a devotee. It is supposed to be a Chola king himself, or Chandesha, one of the 63 Shaiva Tamil scholars, is an interesting one. There are many bronze statues in this temple depicting the Chola art of the 11th century. Among them, the idol of Subramanya being the most recognized. Kulothunga Cholan, the successor of Rajendra Chola, built the fortification around this temple. Gangaikonda Cholapuram served as the Chola capital for about 250 years until the decline of the mighty Cholas and the rise of the Pandyas. Today, the temple features on the UNESCO list of World Heritage Sites and is one of the three great living Chola temples. The Brihadishwara temple of Gangaikonda Cholapuram is undoubtedly a worthy successor to the Brihadishwara temple of Thanjavur, just as Rajendra Chola was for Rajaraja Chola. The Brihadishwara temple's majesty is evidence enough of the glory of the once great capital of Chola kingdom. Thank you, and we will see you in the next video of Mandramritam.